Catch it! Catch it! Nice, nice.
So are you pretty close with your mom then?
Some people might say she's a tiger mom.
It's day 49 of Homeless to Rich. Another beautiful day. I usually wake up pretty happy and in a really good mood, but waking up to this unbelievable view of the city and the mountains has me feeling even better than before, and it really feels priceless to me. I really don't know how to cook anything, so I've been ordering out a lot. But overall, I'd say things are going pretty well. The Shopify stores are killing it. I have several stores up and running with my partners, with the best one easily bringing in over $1,000 per day for now, which I get half of, not the whole thing. But that's still pretty killer, especially in addition to the other stores bringing in decent money as well. Today, I've decided I'm going to check out the beach that's a few minutes away from my place. A few minutes drive, that is, but I have to take the train because I don't have a car. But I live really close to a train station, so it shouldn't be too bad. I can spare a tiny bit of time to do something other than work, but that's only because I've gotten to a place where I've made a lot of progress and I'm making okay money now. But most days I plan to be working pretty much all day like I have been for the past month and a half, until I get where I want to be. If you're worried about balance and leisure and burnout, then you're not going to get very far. I can worry about that stuff once I really get somewhere. But since I just moved here, I'm still going to check out the beach. Alright, I don't think I'm going to be taking the train anymore. It's not that I think I'm too good for public transport or anything. It just burns so much time to use it. You have to first get to the train station, then you have to wait for the train, then you have to stop at every stop that people need to get off at. And after all that, the train doesn't even take you where your destination is. You have to get from the train station to wherever you're trying to go. So I just feel like I could be using all that time to do other things that I'd rather be doing. I just wish I could fly everywhere. I wish I could get places with no delay. With a car, you have to deal with traffic and you're so confined and limited with what you're allowed to do and staying in lanes and following rules and all this stuff. And I don't even have enough for a car. I'd have to save up for a little bit. A motorcycle. That's the closest thing to flying I can do to get around. And it's definitely the fastest way too, and the most fun, I imagine. And maybe you're allowed to weave through traffic between the cars too. I think I've seen people do that. And also I can probably afford a motorcycle right now. I'll have to look into it. Okay, so I looked into everything I need to do in order to ride a motorcycle. And it seems like the first step is to get a motorcycle learner's license. And to get that, I just have to pass a knowledge test. So they say I need to read this whole book in order to pass the test. But I know how to drive a car and I already know the rules of the road. So I think maybe I'll be able to pass if I just wing it. So that's what I'm gonna do. It's only $15 to take the test, so it's definitely worth a try if it saves me the time of having to read the whole book. And if I fail, at least I know what to look for before I try again. The registry where I'm planning to take the test is closed right now, so I'm gonna have to go tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see if I pass. I went on Facebook Marketplace to shop around for motorcycles, and after looking around a little bit, I realized that I don't know anything about motorcycles at all. I'm planning to just get one and see what happens. The cheapest motorcycles on Facebook Marketplace that go up to nearly $3,000 are mostly either really old or damaged or 125cc. I didn't know what 125cc meant, but after looking into it a little bit, it seems like that's really bad. But the good news is that I only have to look at the $4,000 to $5,000 range to see higher CC bikes in decent condition. And there are even some okay ones closer to $3,000. So I'm gonna message a bunch of sellers of good condition bikes going for under $6,000. And I'm gonna ask them if they can bring the bike to me to check it out. Because if they don't bring it to me, then I won't be able to ride it home from wherever I buy it. And also it's a lot more convenient for me if they bring it here, because transit takes forever, so it'll save me a lot of time. Hopefully someone brings it here. But if not, then if there's a good motorcycle for a good price, then I'll have to find a way to figure it out, even if that means taking public transit. Okay, so it turns out I need to switch my ID before I take the test because I switched provinces. The test was actually really easy. There wasn't that many motorcycle-specific questions, and a lot of them were common sense, like turbulence around trucks and stuff like that, which you can reason through if you think about it. There were a couple really specific motorcycle ones, like percentage of front brake and percentage of back brake to use, and I don't know anything about that stuff, so I had to just skip for those. But I still passed with a couple skips to spare, and even if I ran out of skips, I'm sure I could have guessed some of them right. Okay, so now that I have my learner's license, the only thing left is to get a motorcycle and to learn how to ride one.
I was looking into motorcycle lessons online a little bit, and all the beginner lessons come in packages of multiple days, and they're all like 12 to 18 hours in total. A bunch of them even do a classroom portion first for a couple hours before letting you ride a motorcycle. Could it really be that difficult to learn how to ride that people need multiple days of practice and lessons before they can ride on their own? Most of these lesson packages cost nearly $1,000, by the way, so it seems like a big waste of time and money. So I'm thinking, how hard could it be? I want like half an hour or maybe 1 hour tops just for someone to teach me how to use a motorcycle. And then I should be good to go and practice on my own as much as I need to. Maybe I'm missing something. I'm definitely not doing a 15-hour beginner lesson package for $1,000. I'm gonna have to find someone to give me a quick rundown on how to use a motorcycle. Or maybe I'll just ask the person who sells me their motorcycle to teach me how to use it. And worst case, I'm sure that videos online will teach me everything I need to know, certainly. Almost everyone I messaged on Facebook Marketplace asking them to bring their motorcycle to me said they're not trying to do that. Except for one guy. He said that because he lives really close to me, he'll stop by after work today to show it to me. So, because I don't know anything about motorcycles, I'm gonna have to rely purely on character judgment. I'm just gonna pretend to check out the bike while really trying to get to know the seller to see if he's a good, trustworthy person. And if I think they're trustworthy enough, then I'll take my chances and believe what they're saying about the motorcycle, and I'll just buy it based off of that. I know this seems like a silly move on my end, but it's only a few $1,000s, which I can make back really fast. And I just really want to get riding as soon as possible, honestly. The motorcycle guy's here. Nice to meet you, I'm Kaiser.
What's up, man?
So can you tell me a little bit about the bike?
Yeah, so I got this bike like 2 years ago.
How often do you ride it?
Maybe like 3-4 times a week.
No issues at all?
No issues. I mean, you could look around. There's this one minor problem with it. As you can see over here, there's like one small crack and it has scratches around it, but so it doesn't affect the bike at all. It's just cosmetic damage.
Man, I really don't know anything.
How long have you been riding bikes for? This is your first bike?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty new to this. Can you tell?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't know what to check on a bike, I can show you what you usually check on a bike before purchasing it. So I actually got the chain replaced earlier this year, and the brakes are pretty good. They actually won't have to be replaced for a while.
So how long have you been riding?
About like 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Do you work here?
Yeah, I actually do deliveries.
Do you think I can ride this all year round, or is it going to be bad in the winter? Is it not safe?
If you're a beginner like yourself, I would just ride it in the summer. My mom doesn't like me riding this in the winter. She gets worried.
So are you pretty close with your mom then?
Yeah, pretty close, man. Pretty close. Some people might say she's a tiger mom.
A tiger mom? And like, how about your dad? Are you guys pretty close?
Yeah, we're pretty close. So you've never ridden a motorbike in your life?
Never.
Not even a dirt bike?
Not even a dirt bike.
How about a manual car?
No, I've never learned how to drive a manual. I'll have to learn sometime.
There'll definitely be a huge learning curve, especially when it comes to using the clutch. So have you taken lessons yet?
Nope, not yet.
So you never rode like a motorbike and you're already buying one?
Yeah, I just really want to get riding as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna try and learn on my own. Maybe I'll find someone to give me a quick like half an hour rundown on how to use a motorcycle, but other than that, I think I can do it.
If you only have your learners, I mean, I'll be down to ride with you since you need a supervisor.
I mean, you seem like a really good guy. If I were to buy the bike from you right now, would you be down to show me like the basic controls of how to ride a motorcycle?
I guess we could do that. Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, perfect. Then I guess we have a deal.
Actually, I'm not selling the helmet. Sorry, bro.
So you're sure I can't get the helmet too?
You will definitely need a helmet, so I guess I'll just throw it in for free.
For free? No, come on. I'll give you a little extra for it.
It's okay. You can have it for free.
All right, the e-transfer sent, and I threw in a little extra for the helmet and the lesson too.
No, man. You didn't have to pay me anything extra. Okay, so let's start off with the front brakes. So these here are the front brakes. Yeah. On the left side is the clutch. So you know what a clutch does, right?
No, not really. Here, can you record me?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, nice. Yes.
Okay, now start it up. The keyhole is right in front of you. You see it? Okay, you have to press the button on the right side. Do you see it?
Okay.
It's in first gear, so you have to keep the clutch in. So pull in the clutch and start up the bike. Okay, so make sure to keep the clutch in or else it will stall. Okay, now slowly let out the clutch. Perfect, that's great.
That's so heavy.
Catch it! Catch it! Nice, nice. Strong guy. They're a lot heavier than you think, huh? Gotta be careful with the clutch. Oi! You're actually learning pretty fast.
The clutch is hard to get used to.
I can't believe how fast you picked that up.
Thanks, yeah, it's a lot to think about when you're actually riding it.
Let me know if you ever want to go for a ride.
I can't wait to ride this. That guy honestly seemed like a really good person. I got to know him a little bit when I was checking out the bike. He seems like a really trustworthy guy. I'm glad I got the bike from him.